Hello everyone, my name is stanthesand. Yeah, you know who I am. Alright, anyways, we're back with Legends of Ocarina of Time. It's actually been like it's been like a month since I last recorded this. I've really been wanting to get back to it. So, once again, back on the Switch emulator, playing game with, the controller and all that. So I've done a few modifications to how I record and like my setup and how the avatar sort of tracks me and like also where my microphone is. So hopefully things should be a little smoother instead of like, being kind of a little wonky, a little buggy, especially with the eyes. Because I hope I fix that. I just know I need to start blinking more rapidly, or else if I stare directly at the screen, the eyes start to really stop working. So I believe we were going to the Castle Courtyard, which I usually don't have problems with, but I'm recording, so everything's gonna start going wrong. So honestly, I haven't really been doing anything, but I've got a lot more free time now, and also, well, if I get this video out in time, it should be around Christmas, so Merry Christmas. There won't be any Link's Plot Christmas specials, purely because of the upcoming Link's Plot Mega Update. That's going to be releasing like somewhere mid-2023, so unfortunately, because of how the world is right now, I can't really make too many changes. I can't make the changes to fix the things and then immediately release it because of the update. So yeah, so there's not gonna be any Christmas Link's Plot Christmas things because I can't really release a world because of everything that's currently happening with the world and all the changes that I'm making. I'll have to copy the world, delete basically everything I'm trying to do, and that would take forever. And besides, I would rather release everything all in one bit. I would rather release the mega update all in one chunk instead of releasing it sort of all in one, or instead of releasing it bunched up, I guess. So, just gonna head back to the courtyard. I've always never liked this part because this specific part of sneaking up through everything, because I've always worried that I'm gonna get that sort of walk up that slope wrong. But it's generally just walking. Yeah. But don't worry, the game's gonna get interesting. It's not gonna be like this forever. The game's gonna get interesting, especially once we get to the especially after we finish the first three. The game's gonna get real interesting. And another thing I should mention is that every time I save and quit the game, I always respawn back in Link's house in Kakariko Forest. So yeah, that's a problem. So here we go, back to Castle Courtyard, which I usually don't have problems with, but recording and all that kind of makes things always a bit weird. So I'll decide later if I'm just gonna speed through it, cut through it, or to the point where we were at last time. So be quiet. Alright, it's this part. In fact, I think I got spotted by one of the ones from the other side. This might be a bit risky. Okay, this is the last one, so we're almost done. I think, yeah, the one at the front goes first. Oh yeah, first try. I've never done it that fast, actually. I've always been a bit nervous. I've never made it through that fast. All right, so there's a few little special Easter eggs. You can already see there's Mario in there, but that's not what I'm going for. Going for this red rupee. If you do the other side, well, there's a guard that throws a bomb at you. I'll demonstrate that right now. Oh no. And throws a bomb towards the princess of the kingdom. So very unsafe, but it should be fun. Who? Who are you? How did you get past the guards? Oh, what's that? Is that a fairy? Then are you from the forest? Then you wouldn't happen to have the spiritual stone of the forest, would you? That green and shining stone. Do you have it? Maybe. No, just as I thought. I had a dream. In the dream, dark storm clouds were billowing over the land of Hyrule. But suddenly, a ray of light shot out of the forest, parted the clouds, and lit up the ground. The light turned into a figure holding a green and shining stone, followed by a fairy. I know this is a prophecy that someone would come from the forest. Yes, I thought you might be the one. Oh, I'm sorry. I got carried away with my story and didn't even properly introduce myself. I am Zelda, Princess of Hyrule. What is your name? Link. Strange. It sounds somehow familiar. Yes, it does. It's almost like it's associated with some sort of yeah, anyways. Okay then, Link. I'm going to tell you the secret of the Sacred Realm that has been passed down by the royal family of Hyrule. Please keep this a secret from everyone. Fine. I don't really think I have a choice anyways. The legend goes like this. Another thing, the Link part of Link's plot and like the Link main character actually is the same as from the Legend of Zelda Link. Got that name from there. The three goddesses hid the Triforce containing the power of the gods somewhere in Hyrule. Now for the long cutscene. The power to grant the wish of the one who holds the Triforce in his hands. I love the controller rumble. If someone with a righteous heart makes a wish, it will lead Hyrule to a golden age of prosperity. If someone with an evil mind has his wish granted, the world will be consumed by evil. That is what has been told. So the ancient sages built the Temple of Time to protect the Triforce from evil ones. That's right, the Temple of Time is the entrance through which you can enter the Sacred Realm from our world. But the entrance is sealed with a stone wall called the Door of Time, and in order to open the door, it is said that you need to collect 3 spiritual stones. And another thing you need is the treasure that the royal family keeps along with this legend. The Ocarina of Time, that's the name of the game. It's almost like it's some sort of important item. Did you understand well the story I just told you? Gotta make sure I hit yes, because I don't want to go back through that cutscene. That's great. I forgot to tell you. I was spying through this window just now. The other element from my dream, the dark clouds, I believe they symbolize that man in there. Will you look through the window at him? If it progresses the story, then fine. Can you see the man with the evil eyes? That is Ganondorf, the leader of the Gerudos. They hail from the desert far to the west. Though he swears allegiance to my father, I am sure he is not sincere. The dark clouds that covered Hyrule in my dream, they must symbolize that man. What happened? Did he see you? Don't worry. That extremely scary jump scare suddenly looks over and then slight 90-degree rotation. He doesn't have any idea what we're planning yet. Yes, I told my father about my dream. To be fair, Zelda never even said anything about a plan. However, he didn't believe it was a prophecy, but I could sense that man's evil intentions. What Ganondorf is after must be nothing less than the Triforce of the Sacred Realm. He must have come to Hyrule to obtain it, and he wants to conquer Hyrule, no, the entire world. Link, now, we are the only ones who can protect Hyrule. Please, I don't believe you. Thank you. I am afraid. I have a feeling that man is going to destroy Hyrule. He has such terrifying power. That's what we call foreshadowing. But it's fortunate that you have come. We must not let Ganondorf get the Triforce. I will protect the Ocarina of Time with all my power. He shall not have it. You go find the other 2 spiritual stones. Let's get the Triforce before Ganondorf does, and then defeat him. One more thing. Take this letter. I'm sure it will be helpful to you. Zelda's letter. Wow. It has their autograph. Better go sell it on eBay then. On the select item subscreen. So, now there's someone standing here, and I believe now it's time to learn the first song of the game, which I've been waiting for. I am Impa of the Sheikahs. I am responsible for protecting Princess Zelda. Everything is exactly as the princess foretold. You are a courageous boy. You are heading out on a big new adventure, aren't you? My role in the princess's dream was to teach a melody to the one from the forest. This is an ancient melody passed down by the royal family. I have played this song for Princess Zelda as a lullaby ever since she was a baby. There is mysterious power in these notes. Now listen carefully. I actually get to play the song now with the actual buttons. Riveting gameplay. Very, very in tune. And there we go. You've learned Zelda's lullaby. If the castle soldiers find you, there will be trouble. Let me lead you out of the castle. Clearly, still definitely no cuts at the cutoff. It's cuts at the corners. You brave lad, we must protect this beautiful land of Hyrule. Take a good look at that mountain. That is Death Mountain, home of the Gorons. They hold the spiritual stone of fire. At the foot of Death Mountain, you will find my village, Kakariko. That is where I was born and raised. You should talk to some of the villagers there before you go up Death Mountain. The song I just taught you has some mysterious power. Only royal family members are allowed to learn the song. Remember, it will help to prove your connection with the royal family. The princess is waiting for you to return to the castle with the stones. Alright, we're counting on you. If only Deku Nuts were that powerful, it could cause you to teleport. That'd be convenient. Unfortunately, not. They don't. Alright, so up to Kakariko Village. It's just this walk up those stairs, basically. But we're going to be getting a lot of stuff done over there, and I'm sure I've already missed quite a bit. I mean, I can 100% the game. I've always used a walkthrough to, to find all the optional secrets. But since I've played the game so much, I'm just going to try and get as much as I can remember. Because I've done 100% a lot. So I'm just gonna try and go with as much as I can remember, but I can't guarantee I'll get everything. I'm probably gonna run past a lot of stuff. Like, I'm not gonna get every Gold Skulltula. That's just not gonna happen. But I can remember most of their locations, but I can't remember all of them. So the first thing we're gonna be doing is running over to. Well, actually, no. The first thing we'll do is do this quest, the one with the chickens. Where all you do, just run around Kakariko Village, get all the cuckoos and throw them into a pen, and you get yourself a shiny reward, which you'll see later. I'll just probably speed through this since this does take a while, and all this is just me running around and grabbing and just doing that basically. So I'll probably just speed through this, and you'll see. There we go, that's all of them. Thank you for finding my cuckoos. I have allergies, so I get goosebumps when I touch them. For helping me, I will give you this. I'll give this to you. It's fine glass. It should be useful. Please take good care of it. And that's the first bottle of the game, the most precious item in the game. So, we're gonna head over to the graveyard next, the scarier location that isn't really that scary. This is to get a few items, including a piece of heart, including a piece of heart, the shield, and then a new song, which we can't. Which because of this child here, we can't actually pull back any of the graves because you know that he won't let you. But there is still one that we can get, and that's if we go all the way up here and stand on the Triforce. What? No. Okay, I can see what they mean by the delay, I guess. I mean, delay is not noticeable, but clearly it's still there. And by playing this, we can summon a storm, which will in turn break this grave. Run down here and here's where we get a new song from the royal family's tomb. Tell you, this is so much easier on the remake because of the gyro controls. Oh, that's it. So if you then just head on up here, open this up, and now we encounter the first instance of the Re-Deads, and instead of dealing with them and playing the game normally, I'm just gonna run through all the dangerous toxic chemicals just to, you know, avoid them because they are not fun to deal with. You go here. Oh, the poem is dedicated to a royal family. A rising sun will eventually set, a newborn's life will fade from sun to moon, and moon to sun, give peaceful rest to the living dead. This is an interesting poem, huh? Something is inscribed on the tombstone. It's the secret melody of the composer brothers. And this is the sun song. It just lets change the time of day. That's it. But it's extremely helpful, especially for when you're getting Goron's sword. I always get left and right mixed up. Especially when you're getting Goron's sword, which we will be getting later on in the game. Very helpful. In fact, you have to wait like 3 days in game. 3 in-game days in order to actually get the song. You can skip all that by just playing the sun song about 6 times. 5 or 6, depending on if it's night or day. You've learned the sun song. Very convenient, and this will also let us not only defeat one of the Re-Deads, that's going to show up and is trying to stop us from getting, you know, the Hylian shield. So it also says give peace rest to living dead, blah, blah, but if you play the sun song, it stuns every Re-Dead that's in the. I believe it's in the same room that you're in, but it might be a range. It might be the same room you're in. I'm not sure, but it's something like that. So we can just go ahead and get the piece of heart and the Hylian shield. Now that it is dark. I'm not fully sure what graves it is. But okay, it's not that one. But it is, it's the ones that have flowers in front of them that you have to pull back. Oh, speaking of, actually, Dompe's here. So basically, we can go ahead and do the heart-pounding grave digging tour. Which is kind of an annoying thing to do. You gotta wait for him to get to these soft spots. Then you gotta pay him to dig it up. And you have a 1 in 15 chance of getting a piece of heart, which is what we're going for. Hey kid, don't mess around with the graves. I'm Dumpe the Gravekeeper. My face may be scary, but I'm not a bad guy. Let me give you an advertisement for my side business. Dumpe the Gravekeeper's heart-pounding grave-digging tour. What's gonna come out? What's gonna come out? When I start digging, we'll find out. Do you want me to dig here? 10 rupees for 1 hole. Yes. And you can sometimes get 1 rupee. You can sometimes get multiple rupees. So basically getting your money back. Or you can either get your money back by getting some 10 rupees. Not in this case. You might have been too far back, so this might be better because sometimes I end up getting him when he's too far away. Or you can always just get green rupees. Pose. I don't like these guys, they're so annoying. Especially when you're trying to do the heart-pounding grave-digging tour. Okay, stop there. But we probably won't be getting the piece of heart anytime soon, so we'll just go until we, run out of money. Oh, no, he ran past that one. Okay. So we'll either go until we run out of money or hopefully get the piece of heart. I remember on my previous, run, the first time, actually playing the, for the first time actually playing this. Okay, there you go. No, he ran past that one too. The first time playing the original N64 version was when I actually got the piece of heart on the first go. Very lucky, especially just by how annoying this minigame can be. So I will just skip until something interesting happens. Yay. Great. Okay, well, this minigame's annoying anyways. So I hope he doesn't see me. Anyways, I believe this is the... I'm fine, don't worry. Okay, so this is the piece of heart, I think. No, it's the shield. You've got the wrong one then. So, that's the Hylian shield. So we can actually go ahead and just equip that. So we can just go ahead and equip that, and then there's a piece of heart that we can get, but I don't remember where it is. I don't think it has flowers in front of it. I don't think it has flowers in front of it. But it might be this one. Oh, okay, it is. So this one's a bit tricky. Because you need to defeat a Redead. Which, with the Kokiri sword, takes forever. And that's exactly what you want to try and avoid. So once again, I'm going to speed this up because this is going to take forever. There we go. I believe they also drop... I don't remember what you do. Oh, no, it's fair enough. I don't remember what you do after you actually... Okay, there we go. You just wait for it to go away. I believe... Ooh, no, I think I got this in the wrong order. Oh, no, okay, no, I remember. Okay, so you need to then play the Sun Song on the steps, I believe. Which then causes the chest to show up. There we go. And this should be a piece of heart, which is pretty fun. Hopefully I've already collected 3 of them, so this is a heart container. No, it's the first one. Anyways, so that's the first piece of heart that we've gotten in the run so far, and we'll be getting a lot more, so... And that's everything for the graveyard, so let's get out of here before it's too late. Also, that weird, like, sort of noise you're hearing is one of the Gold Skulltulas, but that's up high, and we can't get that until we get another item later on. So, it's time to actually move on with the game. And like I said, a dungeon in episode, one dungeon per episode, but not all episodes will have a dungeon in them. So there's going to be at least 8. Oh, also it's nighttime Kakariko. Let's grab a few Gold Skulltulas that spawn in here. That spawn in Kakariko at night. Ow. So, one dungeon, so at least a dungeon an episode. Well, every episode that has a dungeon will have that dungeon, will have only one. Okay. So, one episode. So if I'm doing a dungeon in an episode, that dungeon will be started and finished in that episode, and there won't be any more dungeons in that episode. But not all episodes will actually have a dungeon in it. For example, this one, we'll be doing Dodongo's Cavern in the next episode. In the 3rd episode, where everything always seems to go wrong. And so far, with how I'm starting to see things, with how things are happening right now, I think it's gonna happen again. Usually I always end up having to stop recording the episode and then have to continue it later, and then another bit, and then combining all that into one can get, and then combining all that into one can get very complicated because of all the clips you have to put together, and sometimes everything's out of order, so the audio goes out of sync, the video goes out of sync. Basically, episode 3 is when everything goes wrong, and is when you should never actually. Well, and when you should always try to make sure that you have time to record the full episode from start to finish before actually recording it. Because the 3rd episode is not fun. So there's bugs in here that I want to grab. Because bugs are actually another, just like bottles, some of the most valuable things in the game when doing 100%. Because basically mostly, I'd say half of all the Gold Skulltulas in the game, you need bugs to get, and that's not fun. Okay, if we can just get one more, we can go ahead and get the first reward. And I believe there is one more on this tree. Perfect. So then, I believe there is there's soft soil somewhere in Kakariko that I can use those bugs I got on, but I'm not sure. But anyways, we've got 10, which means we can now enter this house, aka the House of Skulltula, in which we go ahead and not over there, and get the first reward. The curse has been broken. Thank you. Here is a reward for you, and then you basically get a whole bunch of rewards. In this case, Adult's Wallet, and you get a whole bunch more rewards. But then you get a whole bunch of rewards, and yeah. So now it's time we move on to Dodongo's Cavern. But before we go over there, there's another thing that we need to collect in order to actually continue with the main quest, and I would rather do it now than go all the way up there and then have to come all the way back, and I would rather go grab it here, because there's one more item that well, it's not really an item, but there's one more thing that we need to get before we can actually move on with the game. And that is all the way back in Kakariko Forest. So you are all lucky that you don't have to go through this journey, because it takes a long time. So I will meet you all back when we get into Kokiri Forest. Lost Woods. That's one thing. I've never actually heard the song sound like this. It's just like this part. Okay. I believe. Yeah, I always miss this one, so I'm just gonna go ahead and drop the bugs. And then a strategy you can do is after you drop the bugs, immediately recatch them, and it'll still work. It's a nice strategy. And then what pops out? Yeah, Gold Skulltula. Perfect. And there's another thing down there, but we need rupees for that, and we only have 5, and then we need about 20, so don't have enough for that. Anyways, let's get back on with the Lost Woods. Now, I believe I remember this either by heart, or I just know, or I just follow the music, which is what you do. So there's another thing here that I want to get, and this one's actually really easy, because you get it in position, that you don't even need to... It's a bit difficult to get it in position. There you go, just don't touch the thumbstick, and there you go. And with this, you get yourself another reward. Cool, you're great. You scored 3 perfect bullseyes. I have to give a neat present to such a wonderful person. Please take it. You get yourself a Deku Seed upgrade. And yes, down here, there's another little mini game that you go ahead and play. I don't really like. I mean, the Lost Woods, I like it, but I would rather get everything I can done in time. So this is a little mini game where you get a piece of heart from it. And you just play the notes that they play. Memorization, which I'm not good at. Well, I think I'm pretty good at this mini game, but generally, memorization, not the best at it. So I'm gonna concentrate here. I gotta make sure I hit the buttons slowly so I don't actually miss an input. So it's that ended short. All right, thanks for the piece of heart. But you don't. You gotta do it multiple times. I think you gotta do it 3 times, and then every time after that it's purple rupee, which is good because we need rupees. Alright, and that's the second go-round, which I believe gives you blue rupee. And I believe you do it one more time, and then you get yourself a piece of heart. If not a piece of heart, then it'll be another rupee. At least it doesn't jump scare you like Freddy. believe this is the last one. I'm hoping it is, though. 'Cause I'm starting to forget. Okay, I hope this is the last one. I don't want to do this again. There we go. Okay. Unfortunately, I'm going to probably do it again if I can in order to get the rupees. No, I can't. Okay. So, I think you have to leave and then come back in order to do it again, and that you get a purple rupee for beating it. Even though I don't really want to do it again, I mean, I think I've got enough rupees to get that upgrade, but I'm not sure. I'm just gonna go ahead and go through the rest of the Lost Woods, which I'm pretty good at. Oh, great. Hey, over here, hoo-hoo. Link, good to see you again. Listen to this, hoo-hoo. After going through the Lost Woods, you will come upon the Sacred Forest Meadow. That is a sacred place where few people have ever walked. Shh, what's that? I can hear a mysterious tune. You should listen for that tune, too. Do you want to hear what I said again? No. If you are courageous, you will make it through the forest just fine. Just follow your ears and listen to the sounds coming from the forest. So yeah, all you do is just listen to the music and go towards wherever it's the loudest. Another strategy is that you could sort of inch your way up, and if it does that and disappears, then you're on the right track. Because if you're going somewhere where it doesn't do that, if this way, for example, it doesn't have that transition. Which is what I sort of always do, just to make sure. But in this case, see, it doesn't do that because this is the way to the Sacred Forest Meadow, which is a transition. And here's a wolf that you have to kill, which is actually really easy. Draw your sword, walk up, let it do that, backflip, jump attack. Very easy. Here you can get a lot of rupees, which is what I want to go ahead and try and do. The wrong way. I'm just gonna try and get through here quickly. Cut up through here. Then you gotta go through the water, but it's fine, it's very shallow. Now here's a bit of a tough area, so I'm gonna switch back over to the Kakiri here for the Deku Shield. Go and do this part. Alright, so all the way up here you'll find the Forest Temple, which we will be going to a lot later. We've still got a lot of stuff, we still got a lot of dungeons to do, namely 2, before we actually make it there, and a lot of side quests. But you see, it's Saria here playing the song on another ocarina. So basically, after a long bit of dialogue, I've been waiting for you, Link. This is the Sacred Forest Meadow. It's my secret place. I feel this place will be very important for both of us someday. That's what I feel. If you play the ocarina here, you can talk with the spirits in the forest. Would you like to play the ocarina with me? Yes. Okay, try to follow along with the melody I will play. Are you ready? And that's Saria's song, the Lost Woods theme, which we need in order to actually progress through the game. Great, great. Please don't forget the song. Do you promise? When you want to hear my voice, play Saria's song. You can talk with me anytime. And now we have to run all the way back. You learned Saria's song. And now we have to run all the way back. The road is closed beyond this point. Can't you read the sign over there? Oh, I see. You're just a kid, and you can't read yet. Well, I've got another thing for you. Oh, this is surely Princess Zelda's handwriting. Well, let's see. Okay. This is Link. He is under my orders to save Hyrule. Laughing. What kind of funny game has our princess come up with now? Okay, alright, you can go now. Just be careful, Mr. Hero. By the way, Mr. Hero, if you're going to climb Death Mountain, you should equip a proper shield. It's an active volcano, after all. If you go back to Hyrule Castle Town Market, you should check out the bazaar. They sell the shield you need there. Tell them I sent you, and they should give you a special discount. If you think you're good to go already, don't worry about it. Now, I'd like to ask a favor of you. No, I don't expect you to do it just because of the great tip I just gave you. I'm just asking. Have you been to the Happy Mask shop that just opened in the Hyrule Castle Town Market? Everyone is talking about it. My little boy pesters me for a popular mask, but I don't have time to go there. So, could you go and get the mask for me next time you're in the market? If you don't feel like it, then that's okay. But, well, I have no choice. This is my job. Sigh. So, I've actually been looking forward to getting to Death Mountain because it's a pretty cool area. I mean, well, it is just kind of like a mountain with a spinning texture. It's still a pretty cool area nonetheless. I should actually probably be talking. So, next up, we're heading over to Goron City, which is the next location. It's getting about into the 50-minute mark. I'm gonna try and speed through as much of this. I'm gonna try and speed through everything I can, so that we can actually get to Dodongo's Cavern, in which in the next episode we will go ahead and enter and do and complete. I like Dodongo's Cavern. It's a pretty cool dungeon, and you'll see why in the third episode, where everything always goes wrong. So, Goron City. In fact, actually... yeah, no, they didn't even stand a chance what to do there. Okay. So, we go here, and we play Zelda's Lullaby. They basically skip to the entire city, and just jump to the bottom, take a lot of fall damage, but then we go and play a song on the carpet, and that opens up this big door. And then we go in here, who's locked himself in his room. And what the heck? Who are you? When I heard the song of the royal family, I expected their messenger had arrived, but you're just a little kid. Has Darunia, the big boss of the Gorons, really lost so much status to be treated like this by his sworn brother, the king? Now I'm really angry. Get out of my face. Now, are you asking why I'm in such a bad mood right now? Ancient creatures have infested the Dodongo's Cavern. We've had a poor harvest for a special crop, bomb flowers, starvation and hunger because of the rock shortage. But this is a Goron problem. We don't need any help from strangers. Well, I've got a song for you that I think you might enjoy, and in fact you might feel like dancing to. And here's the scene. Here's this scene. It's a very funny scene that goes on for a while. But basically, the giant rock person starts dancing to a forest song from Made of Leaves. Oh. I notice he says hot when the camera goes into the fire. And I've noticed that a long time ago. I'm not sure if anyone else does. But I also just noticed there's actually a spear there. Hey, what a nice tune. Just like that, my depression is all gone. Something just came over me. I suddenly wanted to dance like crazy. I am Darunia. I'm the big boss of the Gorons. Was there something you wanted to ask me about? What? You want the spiritual stone of fire, too? The spiritual stone of fire, also known as the Goron's ruby, is our race's hidden treasure. But hold on, I'm not going to give it to you that easily. If you want it so badly, why don't you go destroy the monsters inside of the Dodongo's cavern and prove you're a real man? That way, everybody will be happy again. If you do it, I will give you anything you want, even the spiritual stone. I have something for you. I'm not really giving you this in return for anything, but take it anyways. If you wear this, even a little fellow like you can pick up a bomb flower using A. Yeah, Goron's bracelet, A can pull up bomb flowers, stand next to one, and use A to pull it up. On the select item subscreen. Okay, then there's another thing that can actually give us a piece of heart, and if we mess up, hold on. That goes there. Okay. Pull out a Deku stick, and we grab this fire and go out and light all the torches on the outside here. We're going to activate something which will give us an item that we probably desperately need. And do a quick spin. We continue spinning apparently. Hopefully extinguish that. But I think it'd be a lot easier if we go ahead and do... Also, that's the only Deku stick in the entire city. I think it'd be much easier if we go ahead and do this after we get the dungeon item or after we finish Dodongo's Cavern, because it'll be very, very difficult to actually accomplish it. So there's really nothing else we can do in Goron City as it stands. We can grab some rupees, I guess. But now we need to go ahead and leave Goron City and get ready to take on the next dungeon in the next episode. But we're not going to end the episode just yet because I want to go ahead and get, through this part. So, what you do, you grab the bomb flower, chuck it off of there, and it lands at that corner, and there's a giant boulder that at its end. Now we've blown up the boulder that prevents the rock people who eat rocks to enter their rock cavern. And if we do a backflip here, oh, okay, well, I missed. But anyways, if we go ahead and enter here, and we go ahead and have a bomb flower, drop it here. Big change shields. I always forget to do that. I always end up losing the shield. So change shields. Follow it up. And we get the introduction to Dodongo's Cavern, which we'll be doing in the next episode. So, I hope you all enjoyed this video that I took forever to make. It's been like 8 something months, I don't know, but I've been busy with like school and all that stuff. It's a nightmare. And then also other things outside of YouTube, such as video games, not just playing them, but also maybe making them. You can expect some news well, no, don't expect any news. But hope you all enjoyed this episode of the second episode of Legends of Ocarina of Time, where in the next episode we will be playing through Dodongo's Cavern, and that should be that whole episode. So anyways, like, subscribe, do whatever the YouTube stuff we're supposed to do, and I will see you all in the next episode. What's my stop button?